We're live. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, everybody. We've been so much looking forward to this great moment to be with all of you in the solstice today. So we allow for a few moments for people to come into this live stream. And welcome to all new people who are coming in. And as all of you who already know us, we always say during this whole hour of gathering around the solstice, take what resonates. And really, it's on these journeys you may be called to follow the journey itself, or you may be simply called to hold space, or your heart may ask you to do total other work within this collective channel. So, I mean, you're your own master. So please follow your internal navigation system, yeah, for all of you who are new and for those of you who know already our work. So please keep that always in mind. Take good care of yourself.
Yeah, and this is our 7th and final meditation of the Great Regenesis Gathering. Some of you have been working with us over the past 40 days. Others over a 24-day period, and yet others came in during the process to support the collective light and this field of unconditional love. So thank you to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment to bringing your light to a collective effort for the awakening of humanity and to remembering our true nature as cosmic creator beings. That's really what we are.
I hope. It's been such an honor to have been working with all of you. I mean, it's amazing. We were talking this week about just take a moment to reflect on, let's say, 3 years back. I mean, if you really think on how the situation was and where we were with our consciousness as humanity, I mean, it's just amazing. And even a year ago. So it's moving so fast, and it's such an honor to work with all of you in this channel. So thank you so much, as Anna said, for all your dedication.
Yeah,
We really appreciate it. And we also want to take a moment because it's a special day today. We're in the winter solstice on the Northern Hemisphere. And it's for everybody this gathering, but we've gone through this process of the Great Regenesis. And we want to thank all of the people in the community of Mary Magdalene School from the Remembership group who have been supporting us, energetically holding space for us since the beginning of this channel, doing really deep work.
thank you.
We felt really held and supported, and it made all the difference to do it together as one heart community. So thank you so much.
Thank
for that.
you so much.
So welcome, everybody who came in a little bit later. We just would like to share a couple of things before we move into the meditation for today. And just before 5 o'clock is the winter solstice. Huh? So it's like at its peak. So we're having this celebration all around the globe, but the peak is just before 5 o'clock. So it's in, let's say, 55 minutes. Yeah.
But it's very feelable. The field here in Vézelay, where we are today, was we woke up with this really beautiful frost everywhere and this feeling of silence and this galactic space. It was just remarkable.
Yeah, and it was very clear, and it had such a silence and a depth in that silence that was just remarkable. And yet in that depth there was so much life. So we were just over the moon of enjoying this field. So please be with us in this field. Yeah.
We wanted to make a few small announcements. So one is that we will be doing a New Year's meditation on the 1st of January. I think it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. So you can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Those in our time zone.
To kick off the new year all together. Then we have an announcement we've been waiting for a long time, but we finally have our book.
Yeah, we're so happy.
We're so happy that it's not going to be with the stripe, but it's out and available. So thank you for being patient and waiting on that.
Yeah.
And it's finally out.
Yeah, and it's available in many of the online bookstores that we know around the globe. it has just been released, so it may take a couple of days to really get fully available, and we'll be posting more information on it as we already did. So that will be coming your way, but we wanted to share that with all of us here, because it's a book that is also about a common work that we did in the school with all of you, and many of you have participated in all the pearls of wisdom.
1 year ago.
1 year ago.
Today, we finished the work of the channel that is the basis of this book.
Yeah. And we made this book together with Kate Newberg, who's our scribe, and she's also somewhere on the globe at the moment, and we are celebrating it with her also in our hearts, on a distance but so close. So yeah, we're happy about it.
And then we wanted just to let everyone know that we will be initiating a project that's been in the workings for several months now, Temple of Consolation and Healing. And we hope that we will be able to invite people to that as of February. That's when we expect that we can have that open to the public. So it will be a space where people can come in and receive healing, consolation, and we will be releasing information, detailed information about that, I think, in probably a couple of weeks. Huh?
Yeah, we will. So we also want to thank each and everyone who's been so generous to share with us an exchange of energy through donations. It's really it's so important, and it's so great to receive from all of you. So we carry this together, the costs that are involved by doing this in day-to-day life. And so in that way, we can support also our back office services, because this is a whole work on its own to do this outside of the work we're doing. So thank you for all your donations. And if you still feel you would like to contribute to the work of our school so we can keep going with this kind of work for the earth, please, we were so grateful if you can donate to this cause. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And we also want to bring to the attention all the initiatives of today with the solstice. There is, for those of you, and we have many people living in Holland and Belgium, there's a lot of initiatives going on in the Dutch-speaking countries. I've seen that. Tom van der Kroon has been sharing a beautiful list of all kinds of initiatives that are happening as of this moment in time. And then I think at 6 o'clock and at 8 o'clock, there's a whole night vigil that has been activated. So people are lighting up their candles in silence during this whole night, with this time when the fields are also so thin and the portal is so strong. So take benefit of that. And we also know that from Unity Earth, where we are connected with also, they are doing a 3 hours vigil also in the height of the Americas, when the Americas are, in the evening and beginning of the night. So you can look it up also on their website. So we really hold these initiatives in our hearts, and many initiatives, because I've seen some great initiatives coming along.
Yeah, there are millions today who are focusing their light on this portal day for the ascension of humanity. For the new earth that we are all carrying in our hearts. And we've been through really a great subatomic transformation in the past 40 days with the work that we've been doing in this channel, and the intensity of the light and love that we have held collectively. And our prayer at the outset of this was that each and every person would find a closer alignment with his or her I am presence, with that natural flow of source energy, and that we would move more deeply into our unified creation power, which is found in heart. That's really the big move that's happening now.
And I think the regenesis process, really the regenesis of all of life on Earth that has happened in this channel, and that will continue to be revealed in the months to come as a result of this collective focus, has been and will continue to be deeply transformative at multiple levels. So those of you who have been in this process, be aware of that. In these creation processes, the outcomes are often mysterious, and show themselves in the most surprising way. So don't really
It's not a linear path.
it's definitely not, and expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
It's definitely a multidimensional process that has far greater vibrational reach than any linear thought process. So just expect the unexpected and have fun with it also, and be amazed and like a child. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, our world is being transformed.
Yeah.
And it's passing into a different reality, and the interactions between us humans, between Gaia, the galaxy, the universe are radically changing. I mean, it's beyond comprehension. And new high frequency vibrations are really allowing us to have a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And to access new or forgotten knowledge and wisdom. Today is such an auspicious moment, an opportunity to remember and to cultivate even more our inner cosmic spiritual technology, which is really what we've been doing in the school since the beginning.
Yeah. And heart creation is, remember, that's always good for all of life, as opposed to head creations, which will have one effect and its opposite at the same time because of the polarity of the mind. So from this understanding, it's really an interesting exercise for all of us to observe the world around us and to analyze which creations in the current world are head creations and which creations are heart creations. So in the whole process of creating the new world, this is just great to just observe it like that and be aware that the head creations are good for some people and sentient beings, while simultaneously being damaging to others. Yeah. So the heart creations, the other side, are beneficial to all sentient beings. So when we use this as a lens for analyzing the reality where we are living in, we can then start to move ourselves out of the mind-based, polarized reality and align with the heart-based, source-based, unified reality. I mean, this is the opportunity of this time. And this is the power we all have at this time, to move from the head to the heart. And in so doing, we move out of the false matrix and into the source-based matrix of where the Genesis is holding all of its life. And that's aligned with truth of our being and with infinite, natural, harmonious, sovereign life on this planet. So we encourage you to do that exercise on a daily basis to see what is really good for all and what is only good for a few.
Just treat it as a game. It's just fun to watch and observe and to see just through this lens. Look at it like a microscope. This time I'm going to look at it things this way. Yeah. So we've seen a lot of things this year. We were sitting down and thinking with Petra, what has happened this year? What have we seen globally? What have we seen has been happening collectively? And there's so many things. We've seen many soul families that were previously dormant come online this year. We've witnessed a great awakening brought on by these extreme outside pressures, leading to clarity for many people about who they will be walking with in the years to come, getting real clarity about that, and where they should be putting their creative energy as the ancient control structures collapse and will continue to collapse. So we have seen many people following their inner guidance, taking steps into the unknown. Knowing big decisions, knowing that staying in the known is not an option anymore. And all this creative energy and power will be the foundation of our new earth.
I mean, we've also seen many people who felt disempowered, who felt victims of a control system, perceived as immovable, make the move into their personal power and access their life force again, which is just such, I mean, I feel always so much gratitude when that happens. There's been a move into greater self-love by millions and millions of people worldwide. I mean, that has been really also extraordinary to witness. And the rising and anchoring the sacred feminine energy and the sacred masculine energy, communion and courage, stemming from a powerful heart center that is wide open, ready to serve. I mean, it's moving through the field as a collective force, and it is the best, just the best.
It's amazing to watch, amazing to witness.
Yeah.
There's also a greater awareness growing of our interconnectedness with all realms of life and consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is, and it will continue to grow. We have a lot there to remember. We have been witnessing an accelerated remembrance of our higher dimensional toolkit.
Yeah. It's an understatement.
Yeah. And we see that this year's great initiatic process will continue in the years to come. And many more people will step into their diamond essence. That is for sure.
Yeah. And while it would appear on the outside that the world is spinning into greater and greater chaos, what we see and have experienced is this accelerating dissolution of what we call the artificial matrix, which has kept our consciousness imprisoned for eons. And light workers, let's call them like that for a second. I mean, there's many words, light bearers, light whatever, have been doing major cleanup work at all levels. And we have been conscientiously and diligently integrating more and more light and codes into our energy systems. Just keep doing what we kept doing the work. And it came in and it came in and it came in, and we had to adjust, and we had to go through symptoms and reactions from our body.
And so many groups, so many people around the world, regularly, continuously, daily working to move out the old and open to the new. I mean, really amazing.
And it's great. It's something that has been for so long so invisible for many, has come out now in a very visible way. So, and the good thing is that as we remember more and more in this process our true nature, this is greatly helping increase the field of unity, peace, harmony, truth, sovereignty, because we are the fields. So in stepping and rising into that enormous, sovereign force that is living in us, it's just incredible. Yeah.
And this moment of solstice is an extremely auspicious moment for upgrading our energy systems, for receiving transmissions. It's a powerful moment for receiving insights, revelations, for clarifying how to direct our energy for this upcoming period of time. Know that every single thing we do makes a difference in relation to the narrative that we're living in the present time. It's really important to know that. Will we focus on sovereignty and heart creation, on walking on the unknown path? Takes courage. Or will we continue to play in the victim perpetrator scenario? This is completely up to us. And the choice will strongly influence how much joy and connection you will experience in the years to come. The quality of the experience.
Absolutely. And I think in that whole field, self-care and inner contemplation are more important than ever in this transition time. Remembering our unique inner voice requires silence. That's the only way you can really connect to it and hear it, so that you can hear the direction also of the higher self. And it can be so exact in the middle of, in split seconds, that you receive direction. It's such a precious time to receive keys, codes, and templates of the divine light of creation. And it's truly, I mean, the opportunity of not only a lifetime, but 1,000 of lifetimes. I mean, let's make the best of it so that we can make a huge shift and expansion in our individual and our collective consciousness. That's why we came here. That's what we're here to do.
I think it's really worth repeating over and over that this is the opportunity of probably millions of lifetimes, so that we're really consciously doing this work of expansion, because sometimes it gets really tough, and sometimes we wonder why it is that we're here, why we're experiencing what seems like such craziness. And to remember, put it back into focus that this is the opportunity. Opportunity.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk in the outer world also about destruction. And we had a great insight actually on that. Do you want to say a little bit about that?
Which one was that?
Well, that we've noticed that our consciousness is starting to touch a realm in which destruction is no longer needed in order to create something new. We're so used to needing to destroy the old in order to create something new. But as we enter into a consciousness that is 100% aligned with source, we open into a realm of eternal life in which the body can live as long as we choose. I mean, just imagine, without decomposition. Yeah. And this, of course, will be reflected in nature around us as well. I mean, we'll no longer need to live in the polarity of destruction, creation, and we'll be able to live in a unified field of pure creation, nourishment, and yeah, I mean, just the flow of life that will happen to us. And I think the regenesis of the earth includes a reality in which there is eternal life. I mean, we know we are eternal, but our lives on earth as physical human beings in our vehicle, that's definitely an eternal given. And it's our original blueprints. There's so much to learn from that still.
Yeah, it's really it's really another reality altogether that we are just very, very lightly starting to feel it, but it's where there is a very gentle, permanent transmutation, change all the time, because life is change. The transmutation happens through inspiration, joy, and expansion. So the consciousness does not need to go into this excessive destruction in order to create the new, because it's always transforming towards what is most inspiring and life-giving at any moment in time. So it's an ever-flowing consciousness of one life-giving reality to the next life-giving reality, which is different than what we're really experiencing now, which is it's a reality that's not issued of life, that is being destroyed in order to make way for a reality that is dedicated to life and source consciousness.
Yeah, and it's something to investigate for yourself, how that would work for you in meditation, to go deeper inside of you and investigate these experiences and share them. And because we know that we're also opening more and more to the awareness that we are living in a multitude of dimensions simultaneously, which provides us with so much more cosmic intelligence. And we are starting to experience our multidimensionality more and more, knowing that all realities exist simultaneously. And it's depending on where we put our focus, actually. Maybe there's we've been receiving lots of questions on how to prepare for the upcoming times. I mean, there's so much information about the upcoming times, what's ahead of us, what's going to happen. Astrology is showing us directions, prophecies, channelings. I mean, there's so much. One thing is for sure, a greater change that's probably never been on Earth than the time we're living in now, but how to prepare for that. So we had a long talk about that. It's like, say something about it.
We know that through the law of attraction, that we'll always receive what we need from the outer world in order to inform our next creation, because we are creator beings. So it's maybe advisable that we not make any assumptions about the future, but just to trust that each step we're guided to take is exactly the right one for the expansion of our consciousness and greater learning. And that we know that the upcoming period of time will require many changes, but human beings are also wired to thrive when we're challenged.
Absolutely.
And soul growth happens when we're committed to our dream and to making it manifest as a reality. So any challenges will ultimately lead us to fulfillment when we walk our soul path.
And it's also a matter, I think, to we said, it's really great that we want to invite you all to be thankful for everything that happens in your life, no matter what in the end. Yeah. And there's this great mantra that says, and it's from one of the teachers we've been with, if I'm having a wonderful experience, I thank God. And if I'm having a terrible experience, I thank God. And I feel this perception can change the whole way we experience our life path. We might not always feel it like that, but it's a great inner training to really live that. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Although at the beginning, we have to remind ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, we have one more thing to go before we move into our meditation, and that is the sacred flame of peace.
Yeah.
We wrote about it, we talked about it, because this online ceremony today on the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere includes a call to action. And it's based on the future times, the times that are ahead of us, that we would like to be working with the sacred flame of peace all around the globe in as many communities as possible. We have invited communities around the globe, light groups, meditation groups, groups of any kinds, to become keepers of the sacred light. And in this ceremony, we will collectively light a sacred flame of peace. We have a candle here that we will be tending to day and night by our communities, and we hope also by your communities for the upcoming 3 years, which is the time, which is from this solstice in 2021 to the December solstice in 2024. It seems like a really long time, but we've organized in a way within our community that every person in the community holds the candle for 1 week, and then we have a ritual with a new intention to bring the light to another person that's holding it for another week. So in that way, we spread it, and it's great to participate in such a beautiful, intentionful activity, actually. And yeah, I'm going to say something more about the flame.
Well, the flame, it's really to allow us to remember that we're here also to console and comfort those who are in suffering, because many people are in suffering, and I think that in this period of time we will experience a lot of suffering in the population. So it's a transition time, and it's a challenging time. So the flame will also serve to mirror our deepest truth, that we are the light, to remember that when the times are difficult. And from our embodied light, a new world is coming into manifestation, because we are the creators of the new earth, and that is revealed to us through our hearts. So through this ceremony, we're really inviting our communities and your communities around the world to become keepers of the sacred light, to anchor the light, to keep a place of stability, to hold the peace, and to commit to maintaining the symbol of peace for this 3-year period of time up until solstice of 2024.
Yeah, and it is our deepest intention that all of humanity, the greater part of humanity, will be a conscious keeper of sacred lights, understanding, remembering who we truly are. And with that, having said that, we'll be lighting the first flame in our community today, here in Veesley. Here we go. And if you have brought a candle, please join us and light your candle with your own intention. Yeah. So, and as we have lit the candle, and you might also have light your candle now. And take a moment to feel your intention for yourself, for your community, for the global community, for all of life on Earth. Beautiful, beautiful Gaia Earth. And may these lights be lit forever. Yeah.
And with that, I will then invite you to make yourself comfortable, to prepare yourself for the meditation today. So I invite you to slowly bring your attention into your inner world, into your inner sanctuary. Breathe in and breathe out. And with each breath, become aware of yourself slowing down and coming back more and more into your center. Take a few deep breaths in and slowly breathe out, relaxing your whole body with each out breath. Notice that your attention is brought more and more into the inner realms, to the inner planes with each out breath. Release all the cords to the outside world. Release all the stories of the outside world just for this moment in time. Focus all your attention on your beautiful natural breathing, which happens all on its own. Observe the breath as you naturally draw it in and naturally breathe it out. You are breathing air that has been here since the beginning of times. And now I invite each and every one in your own way to connect to Mother Earth and to the Heavenly Father, and to send your love and gratitude to them, to both of them, for the life that you are now living. Thank them for the opportunity to be here, for the opportunity to practice your creation skills, for the possibility to test how it is to create in this density. To stay in this space of love and gratitude for a moment as your heart energy mingles with the love energy of these two forces. This is a sacred moment of just being, of being in the arms of two beloved parents. Of understanding that you are the child of these two and that you were created out of their love. You are ever so beloved. And now bring your awareness to the sacred space of the heart. Slowly allow yourself to sink into this beautiful inner temple, the seat of your divine being. This is your inner temple, from which your life is created according to the divine plan. Allow yourself to be in the space for a few moments, to feel it, and to receive any messages that may be waiting there for you today. And now become aware of all our fellow human light beings and the way we vibrate and sync in the space of the one heart. Feel the powerful field of unconditional love that we are creating together. See, sense, and feel what this is doing to the energy field on Earth. This field of the one heart is amplifying daily, anchoring at new levels all the time. Feel the human family and recognize how collectively we are moving out of the great forgetting as we tune into our true cosmic nature. And now we are going to call in Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, who have been guiding our gathering since the beginning. We will also become aware of the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, Lord Ganesh, Babaji, the Lemurian High Council, the ascended masters, the circle of crystal skulls, and the Galactic Federation of Light. There is also Archangel Metatron, the angelic realms, and the ancient ones from the great central sun. On Gaia, we have the nature kingdom, and particularly the dragons. We bring our attention to the 5 elements and to the 7 directions. They have all come in to support this process of you coming in to your Christed consciousness. They are here to support us in bringing back joy, peace, harmony, love, light, unity, sovereignty, and heart-centeredness as the creative basis of our collective dream on Gaia. Collectively, with intention, we are participating in one of the most important moments of remembrance and co-creation in our times. It is a moment to move deeper into our cosmic truth and to take responsibility for our galactic citizenship. You are a creator being living simultaneously in many planes of reality. And now you have the opportunity to unlock your full creative capacity in all dimensions. All these beings are here to support you, to honor you, to honor your path, and to honor your process. And now we are collectively going to travel to Machu Picchu in our light bodies. I invite you to easily and effortlessly arrive in this place, high in the Andes Mountains, where you are expected. Take time to arrive here and to see, sense, and feel it here today. And from this place, high in the mountains, our attention is drawn to the raw beings around the globe who are being activated to a new level and are taking their position in the Great Regenesis Project. These are all the beings connected to the central sun, and who over eons of time held the solar traditions on Gaia. Notice how they form a light grid around the planet. And notice the multicolored architecture of this grid emerging from Gaia's original seventh dimensional architecture. Notice now that this architecture is mirroring a grid between Gaia and other planets and stars in our galaxy. The architecture of the seventh dimensional grid mirrors the energy grid between Gaia and other planets and stars in our greater galactic home. It's a galactic reflection. A very ancient energy system that was destroyed long ago has been restored again through the awakening of these cosmic beings. And this system will benefit all source-based creation on Gaia. And now we will bring our attention back to Machu Picchu. And we will notice that an altar made of the blue-green soul stone of humanity has been placed in a very sacred spot in this mountaintop village. See, sense, or feel this radiant altar made of humanity's soul stone. What is its message for humanity at this time? Just allow yourself to re-vibrate at its frequency so that you can retrieve its transmission today. It is effortless and simple. It's a child's game. Just open and receive. And now you will notice a group of children. These are very, very pure beings who have been waiting for you throughout the timelines. You may even find that you are one of them. Align with them at this time through your heart center and stay open to their transmission. And slowly these children join hands and begin to dance and sing in a circle. And as they do so, they activate an energy vortex of pink-white light at the center of their circle. Witness that through their dance and song, many very, very high energy beings begin to exit the inner earth through the vortex. These beings are very, very tall, about 10 meters tall, and they have been imprisoned here for a very long time. Witness as huge numbers of these very powerful solar galactic beings move out and take positions around the earth in various important energy spots. They are preparing to assist humanity in its cosmic activation. And through this solar gate in Machu Picchu, we witness a huge circle of etheric animals from the etheric realms forming around our network. They hold Gaia's original template and the original codes of creation. And they bring our attention to the cosmic realms. Here we are shown a gold liquid substance traveling throughout our galaxy. This is not plasma. It is an alchemical liquid gold. And very easily and effortlessly move your consciousness into a drop of this liquid gold substance. See, sense, or feel what happens next. And now bring the awareness of this golden liquid back with you to the earth realm and observe how this sacred liquid was used in ancient times to travel. This sacred golden alchemical liquid is coming back into the earth realms. It is a very galactic material with a consciousness that is ready to be reinstored in the earth realms, which will affect the way we travel on Gaia. This is a golden liquid you can drink, you can bathe in it, and it is something you can touch and feel with your hands. It is a most precious gift. This is the liquid gold of creation from the great central sun. And you are given this gift through the grace of alchemy and the field of unconditional love created collectively by all the divine beings activated in the network today. The liquid gold of creation from the great central sun. And now, for those who wish to do so, you can ask that a part of the soul stone frequency be brought into your house, designating a place for it in your house. Or it can be in your yard or any other place you feel it should be brought to. And you can ask that the liquid gold of creation be kept safely in a chalice in this protected soul stone frequency. This liquid creates the ultimate abundance, opening you to much higher realms of knowledge and wisdom. You can store it in any way you feel is appropriate, knowing that this is a high spiritual technology that you can work with at any time you are called to do so. And its frequencies activate any dormant seeds of creation in you that are ready to come to life at this moment. To remember your sacred role as a planetary and galactic citizen. And now slowly bring your attention back to the sacred space of the heart. Bring your awareness to your breathing, taking in some deep breaths to bring your awareness fully back to the room where you're sitting or lying down. Feel your feet anchoring you, anchoring your body, anchoring your presence in this earth realm. And with each breath in and each breath out, feel yourself anchoring back. Thank all the beings who have been a part of the work today. Collectively, we have held the field of light and love for each other to be able to activate ourselves at a deeper level. We thank all those beings in the physical and subtle realms for holding this safe space of this channel. And feel how you are putting your roots back into this plane of consciousness, this earth plane. And start to slowly move your fingers and your toes and start to stretch a little bit. Become more and more aware of the room around you, your body in the room, sitting or lying down, of your hands and your feet. And after a couple of deep breaths, I invite you to slowly open your eyes without leaving the sacred space of the heart. Slowly come back fully to this quiet space. Take a couple more deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out and feel all the other people who are here today on this very, very special solstice day, this solstice portal. Thank you so much for being here today with us, for bringing your light. We wish you a beautiful, beautiful end of the day, or beginning of the day, depending on where you are.
Yeah, take benefit of this beautiful field of the solstice. and connect with whoever is on your way. We send you our love. We thank you for being with us. And we hope to see you again on the 1st of January, 2022. Thank you for being with us. Namaste.
Namaste.